we are going to go through the patch notes. P.S. Thank you for the subs today so far. Thank you very much. And you see above here, 22 new users. So thank you for downloading Opera GX. Every download adds $3 to my pocket, boys. Oh, yeah. And they said if I get 150, that's an extra bunch of dollars as well. So I was like, frick, yeah. Hold on, I'm just going to show you my new shave as well. Look at my hair. Look at my hair. That was my L'Oreal, you know, because I'm worth it kind of thing. Absolutely. All right. So, let's have a look-see. Can we see the room? No. Fuck you, Des. I know what your game is. Maybe we need some, I was going to say some light music, but, you know. There's going to be, okay. So I normally like to skip this kind of stuff, unless they get rid of King at Craters? No! That was the best! It was the best. Oh, Ancient Spire's back? Fuck off. Oh my god. Flankman's gone for High View? No, unless they changed High View. Boulder Bay for Four Lakes? Okay, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. Team rank pool. Okay, mountain clearing. Interesting. Hidden Valley, Lipany, Ocean Gateway to Waterholes. Pretty interesting stuff. So apparently lots of bug fixes for Crucible and balance changes, but I haven't really touched it. But it sounds fun. Sounds fun. They didn't make units from the Imperial Age landmark. That's kind of funny. Let's see. Bugs and fixes. Ongoing stability fixes to resolve crash related to physics when aging up right after damaging a building. Well, they've definitely not stabilized the game in general. Sending gather building in the same tick would not register the gather command. Oh, okay, that's quite nice because that was so annoying. It was so weird. You could have 10 villages and you'd shift click to do something else. And like 4 of them would choose to stay and 6 of them would actually go with your command. Very annoying. All cavalry units are now stunned by palings. Placing a building as the game is paused will no longer cause the stamp to be removed with no refund given. I didn't even know that was the thing. Big Game Cup China event. January it takes place, but should happen. And HSC is end of January weekend. That's pretty nice. January. That's when my birthday is. Gonna be a big boy. Military units in opposition are no longer selected by idle military units. Civils, at least, no longer gather from the boar, destroy the corpse after killing the boar. Oh, they no longer destroy it. I mean, I think that's quite good, actually. I think that's quite good. Fix an issue causing deer to continue to use food. Okay, that's good. Fix an issue where unit idle combat scan range did not match attack move scan range. Fixed a bug where converting to a villager would not always convert it to the correct civilization type. So you could convert a villi and it would just be a different civ. That's kind of fun. Fixed a rare crash in Full Moon game. I don't know what that is. Fixed a rare crash in... I wonder if they fixed the crash that, you know, when you put your mouse to the bottom left of the screen, because that's just an annoying crash. That is an annoying crash. Disable Mongols and Golden Horde gaining stone when mining the meteorite. Alright, I'm glad they removed that map. Okay. Fix an issue where Golden Horde Shaman could duplicate a relic if Relic Uvu is built where conversion is active. Oh. This will where Crash did not take bonus damage of the light infantry unit. So Kipchak's fixed, so can actually make them now. That's kind of nice. Fixed an issue where Torgood would heal when attacking buildings without the Sarai Lancer's tech. Oh, I wondered why that happened. Fix the Batu Khan debuff arrow from being able to block charging units. Fix the rush tribute units constructing the incorrect field constructed siege weapons. Fix an issue with cost discount of Khan and Togud. Upgrade in later ages. There was an issue? Fix some cost and production inconsistent times. Aha! Yeah, this was so annoying. I played Golden Horde one time, and their Hulk took twice as long to build as a regular Hulk. For no reason. For no reason. Not getting the glorious charge buff. Fixed production speed of Kipchak Archer Stone armies not being faster. Aha! I wondered why they were like the same speed, so they are meant to be faster. Fix the description text, start grazing. Fix the disabled text. Added a buff indicator for the units that get shields from the, okay. Fix voice lines. Correct an issue from being upgraded to elite when playing on console. you can upgrade them to elite when playing on console? That's so funny. I would lose my last hairs. My beard hair would go. I'd look like a chemo patient, I would. Fix scouts having only half health when produced from the stables. What? Was that a thing? You produce scouts from stables that only have half health? Japanese shinobi's Shunsin ability can now be cancelled, and if attack move command is issued mid-animation. Okay. Fix an issue where damaged units on top of stone walls would produce many healing kickers. What? Fix an issue reinforced ships could get stuck on land. Okay, there's a lot of funny things here that just fixes that I haven't seen like happen, but I can imagine being in a pro game, my boat comes out and it's just stuck. Unrepaired landmarks. Runestones can now be cancelled during blueprint. Aha, that's nice. Can help text improve for clarity. Ability range now displayed when selecting a runestone. Drommons and attack ships are no longer selected when double clicking. Huh. Yeah, no clue. Fix an issue where monks were blocked by food technologies on console. These console boys had so many bugs. Couldn't upgrade things to elite. Stuff being blocked. Silver deposits now immediately show silver visuals. Silver deposit, okay, cool. Units garrison and town center when destroyed are no longer lost in an invisible void. I didn't even know that was a thing. If you had units garrisoned in your town center and it died, they are no longer lost in an invisible void. Fix an issue where Manticore was not properly destroyed. Good. Elite Gilded Archers now correctly benefit from the incendiary upgrade when attacking buildings. Did they not kill buildings faster with incendiary arrows? Interesting. Okay. Sengoku fixes. These are also interesting. Okay, so, I mean, they obviously need quite a few nerfs. Those shinobis specifically were the... was so damn busted. I didn't even use them for a long time because you just knew as soon as you use them, you're like, okay, these need changing. They need changing for sure because as soon as you hit castle, they are broken. Fix an issue where your tie could be targeted by rams but couldn't be attacked. Oh, that was always funny. Does that mean they can now be attacked by ram? They shouldn't be, right? Are they classed as a building? I never thought of them as a building. So what, I'm not sure if this means that they can be attacked now or can't be attacked. Anybody can clarify in the chat about that? Daimo estates are no longer selected with barrack selection hotkeys. Okay. Unless I heard barracks on double click. Okay, that's good. Fix an issue. Where Castle Age missed their speech. Oh my god, they had no voice. Fix the Takeda clan Daimyo estate not getting bonus health on construction. Fix an issue where the Silk bowstrings tech applies to the melee weapon on the Naginata Samurai. Naginata Samurai, the samurai could get into a state where they fired constantly. In Nomad mode, your tie being spawned after the first town center construction completes has been removed. Oh, that happened? It's busted. Castle Age Jujutsu, not playing voice lines. Fix the unit description of Sengoku Shinobi to be unique instead of shared with the Japanese version. Oh, that's kind of nice. Would 3-3 Marine Medevac Marauder be OP in Area 4? I think everything would die, yeah. Although, I say that because the armor works exactly the same, that if you do like 10 damage, then... But Marauder Medevac would kill everything, right? Like, there's no flying units to worry about. Slow on shot, yeah, it would destroy everything. Form gathering tech from causing wrong base food rate to be displayed on the attire, adding the increase of max rate to the tech descriptive text. Could get multiple Ryokan healing buffs. It could get multiple. Fix the trader in your tie not healing when they have the Ryokan healing buff. Added select all and cycle through. Blah, blah. Wait, is this just bug fixes right now? Holy frick! There were so many bugs. I didn't even know. I was waiting for the balance changes to come. Worker elephants no longer selected when select all cavalry. Oh, that's good. Produce worker elephant can now be found in the town center's remappable section. Cycle through worker elephants. Scouts did not have. Remove the ability to garrison in the madrasa. Correct House of Learning. Corrected Governor Bakar's passive ability. Blah, blah, blah. Civilization specific changes. So okay, so these here we go. After going through lots of the bugs, which I gotta say, it was kind of funny. I can imagine, I didn't even think about making my Varangian stronghold thing make a boat and then it just being stuck on land. But if it could still turn an arrow ship defensively, it could be really good. Not gonna lie. Oh, I liked this. I thought this was kind of like a smart use for Abbasid that was like not OP, but kind of cool. Let's see. Droman move speed increased. Damage increased from 6 to 7. Added 3 bonus damage to incendiary ships. Range armor increased from 3 to 4. Now, I think this is super strange. Because incendiary ships are kind of the counter to them, right? So making it so these also are much better against incendiary ships, because this combined with this, a Droman, like this may not sound big, but I don't know how fast they actually attack, but it's obviously very quick. That they can potentially melt incendiary ships, potentially before they can blow up on them. I know the chances are small, but that could be interesting. So they're a bit tankier, a bit faster, a bit more damage. That's very interesting. I'm very curious about this because Dromans for a long time, I actually, not gonna lie, I felt that Byzantine were very forgot about on water just because of how trush they are on water. Like the Droman wasn't worth making in like 99% of scenarios, but War Elephant health reduced by 50. Well, that's a decent nerf to a War Elephant. I mean, they are very good. Jer cost reduced to 50 wood for Golden Horde. Castle Imperial Age production times reduced to match the Feudal Age time of 110 seconds. Oh, okay. I for some reason I thought unit production. So this means the tech up. I think this is a lot better. Because I'll be honest, I do enjoy Golden Horde, but the fact that the Age 2 tech was 110 seconds, which isn't slow. I think Abbasid is like 1 minute 45. So what's that, 105 seconds? So the fact that this was already a lot slower, and then it got to 125 seconds, then 140 seconds, like this was absurd and made no sense. So I think good change, good change. So far, these changes, interesting. Like this one, I feel that this one was unnecessary, but you know, I get it. This pretty cool. This good. This very good. Kip shot triple additional arrow damage from 50 to 30%, and damage reduction now also affects the bleed damage. Great change. This was giga bugged. I hope it's still useful, because before it was obviously very broken. Stone Army's Tughlaq discount reduced from 50% to 20%. That's alright. Keshik cost reduced. Aha! So what they've actually done here... So Torguds are going to be pricier, but the other units are going to be cheaper. And we've already read that they've changed the production times, right? So this is talking about the ages that you can make them. So feudal, castle, imp. So that's a big nerf on Torgud production in imp, which I think is good. That's what everybody should have absolutely had. Torgud health reduced as well. That's only 20, but again, every little bit helps. Torgud damage reduced. So not reduced in feudal, but reduced in castle and imp. And I mean, it's small, but they were just such giga tanks. Increased supplies no longer applies to the golden tent. What was increased supplies? I've completely forgot. Completely forgot. Okay. The 50% production speed no longer applies to the golden tent. Aha. So, but it still gets the bonuses as if it's in a like a tower, right? Or no? Does it not? Or would you technically have to make a tower by it? The addict still works? Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. Overall, I think these are decent changes. Definitely means that they're A, not as busted here. B, tech ups are better. Wonder how you use the Jur thing. These are good changes as well. And we did read that Keshiks and Kipchaks build faster in the Stone Army thing now in the Golden Tent, which I think is good, because before you only made Torguds. There was no reason to make anything else, so now you've got a bit of a choice. Yeah, I think that's all right, actually. Like, you could even make the trebuchets and stuff, and they build faster. Overall, good changes, I'd say. Okay, House of Lancaster. Let's see. Aha. So they're finally nerfing Lords. I think that's great. I think that's really good. Feudal health reduced from 220 to 200. I mean, it's still insane. If you consider that like a French knight in feudal has 190 health. And 14 damage is still a lot. Still a lot. Like, how much is a feudal man-at-arms? I want to say it's like 10, but 12 maybe? I think it's 10. So still more health than a knight. Not as much damage as a knight, because I think knights are like 19 or something. Keshik's 15. Still don't have a natural count for most civs, because spears don't do extra damage. You don't get crossbows at H2. So these are still going to be like the chads on the playground. Their stats in Imp and Castle weren't really the big problem. It was the feudal. And I mean, having 200 health instead of, well, 200 health here instead of 220. It's a nerf, so I'm happy. And this is a nerf, so I'm happy. We'll see if it's quote-unquote enough. So we'll see. No longer spawns additional units per mana. Instead, Levi, Muster the Nobles now spawns 4 Demi-Lancers. So every mana that you get nerfs the cost of this now. I wonder if you get like 12 manas, do you get money and food back? That could be interesting. Now spawns 10 yearmen. Now spawns... Okay, so that was still big. But I mean, I can't see you using this anyway when you've got these. We'll see. Increase the food cost of the Yumi from 25 to 30. Okay, that's interesting. I think it's a good change. I think Yumis were incredibly strong and very easy to mass. And they didn't need to be that much cheaper because you get the Bannerman and they're pretty much a regular archer. Riddery speed nerfed a tiny bit here. Wait, were they naturally... What were knights? Like 1.62? They were faster than knights? Droman, okay. Same treatment. Yeah, I didn't know there were... Okay. Fulani Corral food generation per cattle reduced from 20 to 18. Oh! Okay, so a very tiny nerf. That means from max cows being 400 food, it's now 360. Small, but it's something. Pretty small. Roos, hunting cabin cost decreased. I think this is okay. This is maybe the first time in history that I'm okay with Roos getting a tiny boof. And to be fair, that's pretty nice for them. Because what have you done recently? In fact, this might be way bigger than I thought. Considering that right now, you start off with 150 wood. Wait, is it 150? No, it's 200, right? You start off with 200 wood. You gather five villages on wood. Yeah. Okay, so that means that you don't have to gather that wood anymore. You're going to send 2 villages to go build 2 hunting cabins and the rest on food. Interesting. Yeah, that's actually a decent buff to Roos's tech for sure. As in getting feudal. Let's see. So they've also got their archers nerfed. Daimyo State base cost reduction. Oh, that's nice. It was quite pricey. Yatai no longer cost population. Oh, okay. These are buff, or rather, these two are buffs. Remove Shinobi health and damage scaling in Castle and Imperial. Oh, I wonder to how much. Their cooldown, okay, 30 seconds more. Shinobi duration reduced. Okay, that's really good. So these guys are getting the militia treatment, basically. Grenade movement slow from 30 to 25. Grenade target increased damage taken effect reduced. Okay. I'm really happy that the Shinobi got multiple nerfs. It might actually make it so people do try out the Ryokan, which again isn't an amazing landmark, but it's not bad. It's fun. So they don't have damage scaling any, like it says remove the damage scaling, so it's just the same damage the whole time. Like it's still very useful having that big slow on a bunch of spearmen, for example, in the fights, but 45 seconds feels a lot more reasonable than a minute 30 on the field just waiting. Okay. Healer Elephant mounted Imam healing reduced from 7 to 5. Great. Healer Elephant reduced the health by 50. It's big. And it's same as the War Elephant, but War Elephants have 400 health more. Elite Healer Elephant armor reduced from +3 +4. Okay. Worker Elephant no longer receives blacksmith upgrades. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Because workers get them, right? Health upgrade or blacksmith upgrades. Worker Elephant no longer capture sheep from outside vision range. Okay, that's good. Their War Elephant reduced as well. Red Elephant cost reduced. Oh, interesting. Tower of Victory buffed. Fort cost decreased. Upgrade cost reduced for the tier 1 fort upgrade and tier 2. Okay. So you went from 425 stone to 3 plus 350 stone. So you're talking 775 stone for a tier 1 fort. Whereas now it will be 675. So a solid 100 stone less to get to tier 1 fort. That's not bad. The regular elephants being cheaper, but maybe not so reliant on the heavy or the healer elephants anymore. I really like the worker elephants not capturing sheep as easily anymore, like from outside vision range. That felt a bit silly. Governor of Uk no longer reduces naval arrows. Okay, so that's the technology one again. Okay. Overall, I will say this: I like a lot of these changes. Actually, Draven, you might be right. 675 for a tier 2, because in my head, you get the governor for free, right? Which is classed as tier 1 normally, but this is 4 tier 1 upgrade cost. Because it does. Because. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about the wording here. I think. We'll see. Because otherwise. Because it talks about a tier 4 one. Tier 2 is third level of the buff. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Interesting. So I think overall, decent changes. Balance changes. Quite happy about it overall. Is there anything that I think is super missing? If I think about competitive play, China didn't get touched, but I don't think that's so bad, because I actually don't think China, even though I think China is very strong, S tier for sure, I'm not sure how good relatively. Malian with the tiny nerf, Japanese tiny nerf. I think they've hit tiny nerfs in a lot of the right places. I might have wanted a tiny bit more on these guys, maybe a bit more expensive or something, because right now 100 food, 60 gold. It's only 40 more gold than a man at arms, and a feudal men at arms is what, like 120 health, 12 damage, no aura. So maybe like just 20 gold. I know there's a cap on how many you can have, but maybe something a little bit more to them. So that'd be like maybe my one takeaway from just first time reading. Interesting though. Interesting for sure. Okay, I'm gonna load up my AoE again. Also, hold on.